'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now, you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
Communion After Dark.
Der Wind wie Java. have gone, one single boat alone, arriving real grown, and on my head the crown. 25 years ago, and now I'm really sure I had to go this way to feel my life so pure.
black fashion. It always happens while wearing black fashion.
She is wearing my tattoo, but I suppose she's leader of an alien crew. I'll keep on trying, but she loves my bitter cry while my soul is flying. She knows I'm dying, cause she knows I'm dying.
Automatic motion, join in and sing along. It always happens while wearing black fashion. Automatic motion, join in and sing along. It always happens while wearing black fashion.
Now I'm sanctified like you. I won't complain, your kind of love, cause I need you too. In a world of pleasure, I'm always after you. Your eyes are shining, you know I'm dying, cause you know I'm dying.
Automatic motion, join in and sing along. It always happens while wearing black fashion. Automatic motion, join in and sing along. It always happens while wearing
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Communion After Dark. We're halfway through Turkey Month, and we have a special guest in the studio with us. Is Thomas from the Purge.
Gobble, gobble.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
So,
It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah.
Now you got me
great to
thinking
have
about
you.
Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you, Mark. Yeah.
all right, we just heard some music, and you just heard Orange Sector with a brand new song called Angst Man, and that was the Eric Mask remix from the Angst Man EP on Infacted Recordings.
Is that song about Andy?
Yes, he's the original Angst Man. He's the OG of Angst.
Yes.
Well, no, well, until Tatiana came along.
Yeah, she's the angst girl.
Yeah. And prior to that, we heard brand new Ice Fabric with a song called Wait for a Sign. And that's the digital single for now, but I'm sure that's going to be on their new album coming out. I guess it was in February, I think it's coming out. And that's out on No Cut Records. And then prior to that, we heard brand new Electro Stop with a song called The Answer, featuring Alex Rush on vocals. And that's from their new Reliance album out on Alpha Matrix.
Awesome.
All right. Prior to that, Gold's fourth song in his set was by the Joke J, and that was a song called Black Fashion off the Awake album, which you can pick up currently on Echo Zone or through Bandcamp, either one. But yeah, they're available through Echo Zone.
So he's out of Germany?
Joke J, yes, he
Yeah.
is. Correct.
All right. And before that, Gold played Element 104, a band I've never heard of, with the song Forever International. And that's on their Element/Vendetta EP that you can pick up on Bandcamp.
Yep, L104, their local Florida act.
Oh, tons of bands coming out of Florida now.
Yeah, in fact, I think they had a gig recently with somebody halfway big. Can't remember, but they're nice folks. And thanks for sending that over. And then part of that, we heard brand new Ravenous with one of the new songs that's on their kind of re-recorded best of album that they re-released. The song's called Here Again, and that's on their Back to the Roots album out on Repo Records.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes.
started off with brand new Tuscalooter. They released another new single coming out called Pesterfen.
Stuffin'?
Pesterfen. And that's a digital single for now out on Bandcamp.
Love that song.
Pestufin.
Pestufen.
Yeah, maybe.
Full of pets.
Stuffing a pest, like stuffing a turkey.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of the turkey month.
Thomas, we're glad you're here. We have a shot of the week coming up, and we're going to do a shot in your honor.
Yeah, let me say something real quick for anyone who's listening who's already like seen me play live or whatever. Listen, kids, this shot, it's a bad idea. We're going to do it anyway, though. Also, if I don't know if you're watching this with video, if you can't see the video, if you're just listening to the audio, I actually need to get one of these Communion After Dark shot glasses. I'm doing this out of a wine glass.
Looks good.
Again,
That's even better.
yeah, well, it's an even worse idea. Let's
We
do
need
it.
Communion After Dark wine glasses. Paradise.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah,
we need Community After Dark whiners.
Right. Cheers.
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 Now drink your drink.
All right.
It burns.
Delish. It burns.
Burns.
Burns. All of a sudden, my hangover's gone already.
You all right over there,
Yeah.
Sherry?
I know. What was that you drank?
I think Mouse is in the mouse trap or something.
Salted caramel Baileys and tequila.
Ooh, and tequila.
Oh
I put
my.
too much tequila.
Yeah, it looks like you did.
All right. So we will be talking to Thomas about the Purge. And thank you, Thomas, as well, for being a monthly donor kebab to Community After Dark. We really appreciate all the support you provided. Thank you. And
Very welcome.
looking forward to seeing you play in Tampa one of these days. as the Purge.
That's
be
the
exciting.
idea. You know,
Monday.
that dang virus did kind of throw a lot of monkey wrenches in so many of our plans. But you know, let's see if we can make that happen sooner than later.
Yeah. Look forward to it. Possibly next year. Absolution, maybe 2022.
Maybe.
Possibly. All right. So we'll
Get
be
your
talking
guy to talk to my guy, and we'll make that happen.
Yeah, we'll
Your
work it-
people
we'll-
can talk to my people.
All right. I want to thank everybody again who continues to listen to the show. A few requests. If you listen, please help us out again by sharing the show or commenting. Or if you haven't subscribe to our channels. We really would appreciate all the help. Mixcloud, again, it goes up every Monday. And along with our downloads, which is through Buzzsprout. That's our server. You can download the show through Apple Podcasts as well. And many other places. So help us out. Mixcloud, we need more comments, some hearts. We had some good weeks there with Mixcloud recently when we brought it up and people started listening. This past week, I don't know, everybody just disappeared again. So hopefully we can get you back and continue pushing YouTube for us as well. YouTube, we have our video and that goes up every single Tuesday. So thank you. And if you want any more of us, we still are on Twitch TV. We were on Thursdays for a while there, but that's ending. No more Thursdays.
So this week we're gonna go live on Saturday.
Sure. Yep. That's right.
Sure. Let's do that.
But
It's a holiday week, so it's a little weird. So
this week will be
Saturday
Saturday.
at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Just jump on Twitch, hang out with us. We're live. We're playing music videos and drinking, and
Yeah.
it's fun.
It'll be this Saturday, and then possibly, like we talked about already, though, as of December, we will be going back to Fridays. So that was our original day. We used to be on Twitch, and then we moved to Thursdays because of other obligations. But we noticed that Thursdays don't seem to work as well. So come and join us on Fridays, and we will be there. All right, I am next, and I will be coming back with a bunch of good music for your ears, so don't go anywhere. See you soon.
This is Communionafterdark Radio, and you are listening to DJ Paradise.
Erasing my creed. Some strange desires are growing in me. Blood pressure's rising, this will be the day. Your body is blowing my mind away. Don't hesitate, just use me for your delight. Come closer, girl, I get you satisfied. My engine's ready, your secret I need to enjoy your wetness instantly. Just hold me tight, let's take a ride. Be one with me and lose your soul. Come taste my skin and let me in. I get your pulse out of control. The time is right, let me inside. Try out my tool, let's break the rule. I feel your breath here like a forbidden fruit. So hot and juicy, so dissolute. I can't resist, I know you feel the same. I am your master, let's start the game. Your beauty lies here like an open door. My toy is treating you like never before. I'm moving fast. vision that I used to see. I am wasting every single day. Where is tomorrow? Help me find another way. There's no escape, I start to worry. Tell me what to do with my life. I always fail and break my promise. I'll never get out of here alive. I'll never get out of here alive. I'll never get out of here alive. If I could turn back time, I would say I'm sorry to ease your pain. Oh, I would find my glory and rise again for you. And rise again for you. For you. There's no escape, I start to worry. Tell me what to do with my life. I always fail and break my promise. I'll never get out of here alive. I'll never get out of here alive. I'll never get out of here alive. Big things come from small beginnings, the things that really count. Simple pleasures found at your leisure is quality, not amount. Little joys. Those who seek to be impressed by number, scale or size shall never quite be satisfied with that before their eyes. It's
aim and loot, you'll find you've missed the fucking point. It's little joys in life that matter, momentary and fleeting. They make life hard, right from the start, when you're wide awake, not sleeping. It's little joys in life that matter, momentary and fleeting. They make life hard, right from the start, when you're wide awake, not sleeping. Little joys, little joys, those little joys, all those 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 little joys. This game, you make mistakes, I have to blame. Suspicious storytelling lies, like a stroke that lets you win. You took my will like a sin. I wasn't able to resist. To take my heart wasn't there, and your intentions never there. You felt strong all the time. You never hear what I say, so listen to me anyway. You ignore the words I wanna break. Don't waste another day, like a pain for you, day by day. I look in your eyes today. All I want from you, please stay. Dreams fading away. Like a king without a queen, beaten and bruised, I had let you in. What should I do? I've missed you so. Things go wrong without excuse, and words are easy to refuse. We make mistakes day by day. You never hear what I say, so listen to me anyway. You ignore the words I wanna break. Don't waste
right, welcome back to Community After Dark. Is the second set of our show, and we hope you're enjoying the music so far. All right, again, I'm Paradise, and the last song you heard in my set, which was song number 7, if you're counting, was by Rupesh Cartel. I played a large amount of synth pop in this set. I just felt like being in a synth poppy mood, bring some happiness to people, hopefully. The Rupesh Cartel is out of Sweden, by the way, and they have a brand new EP out called Embers. The song I played was Faux Pas off that, and that is self-released. You can pick it up on Bandcamp.
Nice. I have to catch up with that album.
Don't we do a lot of that on the show?
I'm a big Rupesh Cartel fan.
Faux pas? Yes.
We do a lot of faux pas on this show.
Yeah. Sixth song I said was by Blacklight. They are out of Los Angeles, California. Blacklight has a brand new album out called Into the Void. And the song I played was World, which again, that is also a self-released album. You can pick that up through their Bandcamp. They have physical copies as well for any collectors. So go get that. Some good synth pop there from that band. That's their second full-length album they've released. The fifth song I said was by Dead Astronauts. They're also out of the U.S. I believe they are located somewhere in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken, Washington. And the song you heard was Strangers in a Room. That was the Cult of Aaliyah remix of that track, which is coming out on their brand new Silhouettes Redux album on Cold Transmission Music. I believe the actual release date for that album is December 3rd. So thank you to Andreas from the label who runs Cold Transmission for sending that track over.
And Cult of Aaliyah is David from Crew Lies, the synth player
Drummer?
from Crew Lies.
He's a drummer?
No,
Or
I
a
think
keyboardist?
he's a synth player, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the fourth song in my set?
Ooh, I'll take that. So the first song in your set was N Frequency out of Germany. And this was a song called What I Say. Rob Dust remix. You played it before Tom got to it. And that's from the
Rob Dust's new single remix.
New single. Oh, sorry. Rob Dust's new single mix, which means he probably has more than one remix.
Or he's newly single.
That's from the What I Say single EP.
Yeah.
On Infacted Recordings.
All right, then prior to that, we heard Mechanical Cabaret out of the UK, and the song is called Little Joys from their Death Trip Sex album, and that's self-released.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff there. All synth pop for your ears on this set. The second song was by Uncreated, and that they're out of Sweden. The song I played was Alive. That features Richard Flo on vocals. Richard is also a part of the band Machinista. And the album is called Symbiosis. That is on Konzum currently, and it is out for purchase if you want one. Good stuff. And song created is, again, Patrick Hansen, who is also in the band Vanguard. And just in case you were unaware, Patrick did join our show much earlier this year. We loved having him on. He was a great guy and puts out some great music. And Uncreated, he always does with... he does like a large amount of collaborations with different vocalists on his album. So it's not just all him doing the singing. The first song was by FOD. We played a number of songs off this album already. They are again out of Germany. And the song I played was Pulse. That is off their Menschmacht Machina album, which you can get on Nuado or Nuado. I would say as far as FOD goes, this is definitely one of my favorite albums so far that was released in 2021, whatever year we're in now.
Wherever we are.
We're going to be doing our year-end shows coming up soon. So we'll have some lists for you, our favorite tracks. I can already tell you FOD is definitely in my top 10 albums of 2021 easily. It's just a great album.
And hey, speaking of synth pop, we have a special bonus show up, which is a collaborative mix that we all did.
Sure.
And it's up on YouTube and Mixcloud. And hear this.
Yes.
We put it up last week. Go check it out.
Good stuff. Good synth pop. It's older tracks because that's what we usually do with our extra mixes. The extra mixes are just straight music. So if you don't want to hear us talking, go put on one of our bonus shows
Yeah.
And just hear a
Clean
straight
house.
mix of music. Perfect for any party, or any time,
Yeah.
or anytime you're getting ready to make yourself some sandwiches or go to the
At
bathroom.
your party.
Whatever.
You're
At your
cleaning
party.
your house party. You make sandwiches.
Exactly.
I need to throw a
Perfect.
cleaning my house party.
I
All
have
invited.
to. I have to throw in that Thomas looks perfect in black and white.
Yeah,
you.
Thomas,
Love the black
Thomas
and white.
comes in black and white.
I do.
Nice. You got
I
that
do.
throwback, like to Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant and all that. Nice.
Very
Well,
nice.
thank
Good.
you.
All right. So Thomas, before we go to your set,
Sure.
and then we will also be just so our listeners know, we will be reading our donations later on, and we will read some comments at the end of the show. But just to ask a question about the Purge. What is the Purge? Like, where do you come from? Like, what's your the inspiration behind your band?
What's your deal?
Oh God, I've answered this several different ways throughout the years. Sometimes it comes out crawling from the void. Sometimes it's just a whole bunch of unrequited love, which is shocking. When you see me in the black and white, right? Why would there be such unrequited love? I don't know. I'm working on it. I come, if you're asking like where I come from, like actually I'm in Virginia in the Hampton Roads area, kind of near the Chesapeake Bay. I've been kind of just making music since I was like 16. I'm like 34 now, and the Purge really started when I actually read a book called Steal Like an Artist, because I had always been sort of self-conscious. Like I'd been experimenting with like lots of different sounds, but I always wanted to like just write something that made me feel like I was back on the bus with my headphones on, listening to like The Cure's Pornography album, or like the Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always, and Icon of Coils. I listened to a lot back then, and I finally realized that even if I wore my influences on my sleeve, it was okay, and I finally gave myself permission to do it, and that's what the Purge kind of is, and that's what sort of influenced it. And I hope you'll be able to hear a lot of those influences, especially kind of all mashed together on this very first track, but throughout my set.
Right, because we have a set now coming up, and you decided to do basically a story of your music, which is cool, so people can get more of an idea of what your stuff sounds like. We have played some of your tracks in the past, but I know we have new listeners who probably weren't listening to us at that time when your album came out. We hope you enjoy it, and then give us some feedback on what you think. And we will also talk to Thomas more about his songs that he's playing here in a few moments.
Communion After Dark.
Hello, my name is Jamie Blacker from Electronic Substance Abuse, and you are listening to Communion After Dark.
I could use venom either way. Tonic or toxic, lust gets obnoxious. Breaking away, trying to heal. Like I give a damn about how I feel. Like I give a damn about how I feel. Like I give a damn about how I feel. I could use passion either way. Productive, destructive, something corrupt.
I could use venom either way. Tonic or toxic, forgiving what's caustic. Reaching out, trying to heal. Like I give a damn about how I feel. Like I give a damn about how I feel. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. I could use passion either way. I could use venom either way. if I don't, broken if I do. Learning how to be when you reach through, reach out, reach me. You were trying to make a thing, let me in, but things got thin. It's not you, it's me, but in my head, yes, secretly. I can't stand what you put me through. It's not me, it's you. But yeah, you're right to call me out too. Still damaged if I don't, broken if I do.
I'm not
songs I might never play for you. I don't want to forget this flash of what you are and what you mean to me now when I have everything to lose. Your face felt like a kiss. Those times I was alone, I sang to you more than you might ever know. I made a mistake, I made a fraction known, and the whole thing inside me screwed and twisted and burned. I got carried away. I just want to scream how much that I adore you. I swallow it whole and I choke on the thought. In brief and passing moments, your hand against mine lightly. Where you begin, I feel the end of me. I got carried away. I push against the shade. I feel too much to lie. My whole life I've tried to diminish and deny, but I can love you from a distance if that's what I meant to do. I don't know if it will last, but it feels like pain that I'm supposed to. I got carried away. I got carried away.
We took it fast. You
right, welcome back to Community After Dark. You just heard the Purge. 7 tracks of the Purge.
Sorry, internet
Good
dial-up
stuff.
special. Sorry, internet dial-up special edition.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, Thomas, let's go ahead and go through the songs you played. If you want to read them, we will talk about them.
Yeah, well, as you heard, I hate the rain. That was the last song that played, Rain. That was off album. Well, I had about 3 albums that I released in 2019 because I was a crazy person and thought it would be a really great idea to dump a lot of music right before COVID-19 had an outbreak so that I couldn't tour and promote any of it. But,
yeah.
You know, but you know, that's life. That's life sometimes.
Yep.
But yeah, so 2019, I had about 3 albums. Rain was one of them. There's some really cool remixes of a lot of my songs on there as well. But yeah, so that song, Rain, I don't like it. The song you heard before that is called It's a Bad Idea. That was from my 2018 album, The Bad Ideas We Build Worlds. And that's a very fun song when it's played live. You probably heard sort of the breakdown near the end of it. I tend to give a little bit of a lecture during that breakdown that leads into some really fun audience interaction, and my fans and I usually have a lot of fun with that song. Song before that was off my I'm Not Dead album, and that song was called Carried Away. Sometimes I get carried away. You know, before we played the songs, you know, I think I was talking about how, you know, a lot of my relationship issues make their way into my music, and that song is certainly an example. I've reflected a lot upon, you know, what the heck I do with my life, but I'm also kind of like a very open person, and so I just kind of put it out there. So even though, you know, I kind of reflect and I grow a lot when I play these songs and I replay them and I think about them, I've kind of realized that we're all in like different stages of like our journeys or whatever. Not to minimize that, because, you know, it's sort of serious and real, but you know, I found that, you know, just putting it out there is helpful for not just me, but it's been nice when people have reached out and said, you know, the music has meant things to them too.
I think
before
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. We'll talk about it afterwards. Go ahead.
yeah, after don't interrupt my lecture, Mark.
Nah.
Sit down and be quiet until I'm finished. No, you're fine. Before that was different. Yeah, that's funny, right? Before that was different this time. That song, as you probably noticed from the range of styles across these different songs, I pull a lot of influence from, you know, like The Cure, 9 Inch Nails, industrial, you know, post-punk, goth stuff. And different this time is more on that sort of aggro, you know, a little bit of 9 Inch Nails influence going on there. I wanted to make sure I shared that. The song before that is Damaged If I Don't, Broken If I Do, which basically describes every single time I've let myself become vulnerable with another human being and try to make a relationship work. But you know, it's also a very, very fun dance song. So hopefully you appreciated the bass grooves there. Before that was my song Only Black from my 2018 album, The Bad Ideas We Build Worlds Again. And that's another very fun one. It was not a fun process writing it. It was actually supposed to be a song for one of my other projects originally called Ner Black. But it ended up becoming more of a Purge song because it didn't quite have the aggressive edge to it that my Ner Black stuff does. And lyrically, you know, I kind of surprised myself with that one. And when I first released that album, that was the song that I noticed was getting shared like a lot by people. And, you know, I know why, you know, looking back on it, but it surprised me a little bit because it was not the song that I was planning to promote. But I think maybe I wasn't trying to think that hard about it because it was a very serious reflection on a very, very sad time in my life when my relationship at the time that I have with my son and his mother was kind of falling apart, and I think I'd been sort of lying to myself consciously and logically about how bad it was. But when I listened to a song like Only Black, I realized, there were things that I subconsciously was feeling and not dealing with, and it made its way into the music. Anyway, the first song on my set was Honesty off the Honesty album. It was that's the title track of that one. And I played that one first because I think that one sort of has the most growth, and both stylistically, but also kind of where I am in my life. That album is probably the closest to how I feel these days. There's a little bit more positivity on that one, but it still has a sort of dark edge. And it's got a fun bounce and bop to it, I think. So if you liked what you heard, please check out more of my music. You can find it all on Bandcamp, but you can also go to my website if you want to find links to all of my other sources, my YouTube page, my Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you want to listen to my stuff on. I'm happy for you to listen to it wherever. But if you do want to support me in a way that I notice right away, Bandcamp is the place to do that. But all that said, I'm just glad if people like it and want to hear more.
So the Purge va.bandcamp.com.
Yeah. You can also go to my sorry to interrupt. You could also, this one might be easier to remember. I probably should have wrote this one down. You can also go to thepurgemusic.com.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, thepurgemusic.com. That one's probably easier to remember.
Yeah, my first introduction to you, I think, was your song, The Rain. Or Rain, I should say. That was my first introduction, and back in, I guess, 2019. That's when it says it was released here. DJ Winters introduced me to your music, but I think I heard that now that song Rain was released a few times, right? Not just on one release, right? I mean, because I believe it wasn't released more than once.
No? You had remixes.
Yeah, there were remixes on the Rain album, and I think the one that Melissa, I know the one that Melissa shared was a remix that my friends Read This Ever from Baltimore put together.
That's where I heard you first. Yes.
Yeah. And that was a remix of my song A Pain That I'm Used To, which is not a Depeche Mode cover, despite borrowing the name. I do love Depeche Mode, but it was kind of one of those, that's what I was feeling.
Yeah, you can hear influences. But I mean, I know you've said before a big influence of yours is The Cure. I've read that, and so you can definitely hear that influence as well in some of your songs. Plus, your vocal styles, and your vocal styles vary, of course, between songs. But I've noticed in a few songs you have vocal styles that are similar to The Cure.
Totally.
Not in all your songs though, because I have noticed, like you said, your songs range, as far as different styles, depending on which track it may be or which release you're listening to. So, that's pretty cool though. You've released how many albums to date?
God, so if we're just talking the Purge, I have to think about it actually, because I had that crazy period. I think it's 5 albums with the Purge, maybe 4 full albums. It's 4 or 5. I'm starting to lose count, because then I also have Nerd Black, and I've got I have another project that I'm in the process of finishing soon that has more of a hip hop influence, very sad boy hip hop kind of stuff.
What is that?
What is that?
Oh, that's way off.
Sad boy hip hop.
Another
Is that like
direction.
Vanilla Ice?
No,
Yeah,
more
is that like ice?
Vanilla
Oh
Ice.
no, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, this is a story
That was
all
only
about
hip-hop I
how
know.
my life got flipped. I should probably stop so that you don't have to pay Will Smith royalties.
Oh yes.
Hey, I do have a question though. What's next for the Purge? Because we haven't really talked about that. I mean, you haven't released anything really since, like you said, before the pandemic kind of started, which makes sense based on the way everything has happened in the world recently. So, what's next though for the Purge?
That's a great question. So I've had a few different directions I've been toying with. I have one album that is like a spiritual successor to Honesty. It's not quite done yet. It's like in this sort of like 70%, 75% of the way there phase. But then I also was working on a sort of a side EP that its working title was Witches. That's a bit on sort of the darker and heavier kind of edge. So I've been playing with a few different directions, and the pandemic has kind of given me time to kind of just sit back and reflect and like kind of work on myself and, you know, make sure I'm doing really well with my day job. I'm also an English teacher. With like a poetry background and stuff. So
cool.
That's awesome. You're like Harry Booth.
Yeah.
You know, Harry's the lead singer between. Well, it's not really Harry. That's not really his name. But Daniel is the lead singer of Massive Immense, and he's also a teacher. So maybe you and Daniel could, you know, share some notes someday.
Talk shop. Yeah, I know. In Twin Tribes, Luis, he was a Spanish teacher.
Oh, that's right.
I've talked to him about that actually once or twice, just in DMs. But yeah, it's weird. Some of us, you know, if you can actually get on top of that job, you know, it's a tough job to get on top of. It really is, and sometimes you're only on top of it for a few minutes. But if you get on top of it, it's a good job because you do. You experience so much trauma.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, and so then that pours back into the music.
Wow.
Well, the purgeva.bandcamp.com is where all his music is located, or like he said, you can go to purgemusic.com. Check out all the stuff that you've heard on his set. You should definitely go and support music if you can, especially artists that we feature on this show. We'd love when people do that. That's the whole point of the show. It's always been the point. I know people think the point of our show sometimes is just to make stupid jokes and drink, but that's not really the truth of the matter. We're not going to waste hours on them for that. I could drink without you people watching me very easily. Anyways, so it's just a way we want to have fun with the show. That's the reason we've always done this show a little more lighthearted. But the main focus is the music. Thomas, you're not going anywhere, but we got to move on to Mouse's set, and then we'll talk to you some more. I'm sure Gold and Mouse have some questions for you, and
sweet.
We will discuss your projects again in more detail. All right, Mouse is next with whatever.
All right, come back.
Something.
This is Communionafterdark Radio, and you are listening to DJ Mouse.
As if you had awakened from a horrible dream.
Yeah. Drink up and get out, I said. Get out, I get out, I get out, I get out.
Chemicals in the air, black waters are sinking. No one can survive. Olivia in my side. The world is falling.
living in a shadow. You've been living in a shadow. You've been living in a shadow. Who? What? You.
Looks like the work of a wild animal.
It's a waste of good suffer. I believe the most rational mind can play tricks in the dark. You call it
sie gesehen. Das, was sie gesehen haben. Das Grauen. Das, was sie gesehen haben.
Den Feind im Rücken, leis und schnell. Ziehen wir immer weiter, so Gott es will. Den Blick nach hinten, Vergangenheit. Schau ich zum letzten Mal. Seid ihr jetzt bereit? Marschbefehl zum jüngsten Tag. Marschbefehl, Schlag auf Schlag. Marschbefehl, zieh immer weiter. Marschbefehl zum Reiter. Marschbefehl, Marschbefehl. Marschbefehl. Vorwärts, vorwärts, schnell voran. Seite an Seite,
Okay, welcome back to Communion After Dark. This is the third set of the show. That was my set. I'm Mouse. And the last song you heard was Neuroactive. And Neuroactive has been around since the 90s.
I was a baby. Since I was a baby in my mommy's belly.
Right. Yes. Since you were a baby in the 90s. They took their first album, their debut album, Morphology, and remastered that. So the album is called Morphology Redo. And this was the song Scanner. And it has been released by Alpha Matrix.
Redux. That means it's been put out before.
Or is it French and it means redo?
Redo, yeah. Well, it's a second. Yeah, they redid the album. So that's off. That the album was released many years ago. I don't know what the original year was, but
94.
Obviously they've cleaned up the songs.
Yeah, it originally came out in 94.
Okay, cool.
And then before that, I played Deadlights, who we know out of UK and Germany. Two very great guys. and they put out a new music video for The Raven, and it was a different version of the song.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Why is there a new version? What do I do? You know, and now they finally released The Raven video mix version.
Cool.
So I'm happy again. And you can get that on Cold Transmission Music. And of course, it's available on Bandcamp.
Okay, then prior to that, we heard Evolution from Germany with a song called Marsch Effect. With a B. Oh, Marschkabel.
Marschbefehl.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, Marschbefehl.
Marschbefehl.
Something like that, a little bit. Yeah.
Sounds right. Yeah.
On Mars, I fell.
Marzipan.
On Mars, I fell. Mars.
That's on what's the name of the album, Gold?
Human Forms on Sonic X Records.
Some dark electro there. Good stuff.
This album is way better than I thought it was. I started listening through it because we played a couple of songs from it, and it is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's good throwback EBM, album. Good stuff. Yeah, fun album. Well, third song Mouse set was by Years of Denial. They put out a song called Reverie. That is on their brand new album called Various 2.
Yes,
so,
and it's an EP, just a couple of tracks, and you can get it on Bandcamp.
Good deal.
Before that, I played Katak, our favorite cat-themed EBM band that sounds like Typo Negative. They're out of Germany, and this was their song called Morticians. It's just a single for now, and that was sent over by Raf from Dark Tunes Music Group. Thank you, Raf.
All right, good deal. Thank you, Raf.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And before that was Larva. They're out of Spain. We've played them many times on the show. They have this new release called Void, and then another one called Into the Void. But this is the song All the Beauty Must Die off of Void. So if you're into like high energy, harsh electro, dark electro, this is it. It really reminded me of peak Velvet Acid Christ. And it's great stuff. And you could get it on Advoxia.
Yeah, good stuff from Larva. New album out, and yeah, it's good. I agree.
Thank you.
Am I freezing again? Or
nope.
Not yet.
Okay, because I keep seeing Mouse freeze. Is it me or is she freezing?
You may have been freezing, but I didn't hear anything in the audio because I was looking at the playlist. So it's probably fine.
Tom's frozen now.
Gold.
Tom, stop it. Tom's joshing.
Okay.
Here we're like.
My internet is so unstable over here. It's ridiculous. You'd think that we were, I don't know, like there was either a big storm here or I was living in like a third world country with how bad this is.
It is storming, isn't it?
There's no storm over here. This is ridiculous how bad this internet is.
You gotta upgrade that 56K modem, Mark. It's
can you
not
hear me?
cutting it anymore.
Yes, Mark, we can hear you.
I'm gone again.
No, wait.
Yeah, everybody keeps. Yeah, I know. It's almost like I'm on dial-up. Everybody keeps freezing on me every 5 seconds.
It only freeze for like a second, and then you'd come back. Like a second, and then you come back.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. All right, so Mouse is going to read our donations for the week. I want to thank everybody again who's been donating to the show. You know what? Regardless of what we've had a lot of people who've donated to the show over the years. It does help us to keep the show running. It's the only way we can keep the show running. Making merchandise, all these things, it would not happen without you. So we're going on 14 years, by the way, almost of Community After Dark. So 14 years. We put in a large amount of hours. I know people might think we don't do shit besides drink, but we actually put in a large amount of hours for this show. So
we should allow too.
Your donations definitely help. We've never asked for anything else on this show. We do it for free. So send us some love, people. But thank you again to everybody who's donated this week. We are, and over the last 10 or 12 days, because I think it's been about 2 weeks since we last recorded our show. We do it secretly sometimes. We don't always record on the same days. People just...
Right. So the following are all monthly donors. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Jonas Johansson, Christopher Starr, Evan Wijninga, Lance Cooley, who does a double monthly donation. Thank you, Lance. Megan Hunter, who we know and love. The Purge, who we know and love.
Yeah.
Who's that? Anders Shaw-Natten, Nigel Baker.
Oh, it's Anders' birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Anders. I just wanted to say that.
Happy birthday, Anders.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Nigel Baker, Ross Martinez, Andrzej Mroczek, James Trimarco, Jens R. Munson. Hopefully he's still in Japan. Jonathan Moser, David Scott, Andrew Bateman, Mark Steele, Arcane, John Haggerty, Gary Watts from Nature Wires, Dirty Juicy, which is probably our favorite name right now, David Munoz, Edgar Martinez, Mr. Nobody, Adam Saman, Stephanie Roper, Terrific Trades, Jan Rolf Zimmerman, Paul Crouch, DJ Vegan in Black. And then we have a new monthly donation from Rebecca Van Herk.
Yay!
Oh.
Thanks, Rebecca.
I
Rebecca
thought she
came
was
back.
a monthly already.
She was, but Rebecca's back. So thank you, Rebecca.
Welcome back from Australia. And then we have a one-time donation from Chris Allen out of College Station, Texas, who says, love the music and the DJs. All of you have such great choices. Have found so many new bands from your show. Gives me something to look forward to every week. Thanks.
That's nice. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Peter G says, gotta take care of my peeps. Love you all. Thank you, Peter. Peter's given us so much cool stuff over the years.
Yes.
And then Desiree Hogue from Winnipeg says, I've been listening for years and always introducing me to new kick-ass music. Love tuning into Twitch whenever I can, aka Moonraven. Yes, I remember Moonraven on Twitch.
I love that name, Moonraven. Good name. All right, we'll get to more questions on the after the last song, because we want to make sure we finish off with our last song. Then Gold can ask Thomas some questions, and we'll talk a little bit more. Maybe we can read some comments as well. But Mouse, what are you finishing off with before we go to our last talking part?
Yeah, somebody had given us a comment a couple of weeks ago about like ethereal music and like goth folk and all of that. So I went through and I listened to like a bunch of old stuff like Love Spirals Downwards and Lycia and all of that. And there's a lot of like really cool like apocalyptic folk out there. But I ended up with Quintel, listening through their entire discography, and that's more on the Gothic folk side. So I strongly recommend, if you have not listened to Quintel, they had a couple of songs that had gotten popular in clubs. But this is a song that I never heard it in a club, but it's still popular on Spotify, called Palestina Lead. And it's on their second album called Quintel 2, because all of their albums are called Quintel. They're just numbered. So Quintel 2, it came out in 1995. Hope you enjoy, get into the mood, kind of like a Renaissance-y type of folk mood.
Cool.
Mark and I drank with Quintel.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, we're back at Community After Dark, last set of our show. I hope you enjoyed all the music. I think it was a good variety of music. You heard a large amount of synth pop on this show with my set. Thomas has got some synth pop in there with the songs he played of his band, The Purge, again, which actually is just a one-man project, correct? It's you.
Yeah. It was not originally supposed to be that way per se. I kind of envisioned when I wrote my first Purge album, Waves, that one of the limitations I set for myself with that album was I didn't want to overdo it on the composition end. It was like, let me do drums, bass guitar, keys, and try to keep it somewhat limited to that so I could try to put a band together. And then things happened, and I just really needed to go perform, and I couldn't wait to organize any of that stuff, because it's sometimes it's hard to get adults on a schedule to actually practice and play stuff like that. But so it's just I couldn't wait any longer. I had to purge it all.
A large amount of the electronic artists, they do a large amount of the stuff by themselves, but now when you play live, I know you haven't done it recently, do you add any members to the live show, or do you do it all yourself?
At this point, still doing it all by myself.
Okay.
It works. It's not broken.
Yeah.
So
no, we know we've seen that many times. I mean, many artists like to play by themselves. A local artist here called Golf Boulevard, which you might have heard of. He plays by himself as well, and it works. I mean, so no, if it's working, don't change it. Exactly, And like you're doing it all, you know how to play the instruments, so that's pretty amazing that you've taught yourself or that you've learned all those instruments over the years.
Thank you.
You could be like one of those, one-man traveling bands like they had in the old days, where you got the drum on your back and pounding the drum.
The harmonica and then like a bugle.
Then you have the tambourines between your kneecaps.
Yeah.
I've always admired, though, artists who can play so many different instruments, as well as make music, of course, and write music. That means you're multi-talented, Thomas, because there are a lot of artists out there who can, with nowadays, obviously, you can work a program and you can maybe write a little bit of music. You can just make it. But if you can play instruments on top of that, that's even more impressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like Prince.
You're like Prince.
That first big album. I remember that was like a big deal with like one of his first albums. It was like he multi-track recorded and layered everything himself.
That's awesome. Yeah. Then they did Little Red Corvette and took off.
Mm-hmm.
Fast. All right, Gold. What do you want to ask Thomas?
Well, I noticed we played all Purge on his set, but what other artists are you currently listening to right now?
What's
floating your boat?
Yeah, what's floating my boat right now? Twin Tribes, that last album they had, that was something I rocked quite a bit. To be honest, I actually I don't know if this counts, but I've been kind of going back and trying to really appreciate like old English poets like Geoffrey Chaucer, and trying to put music to William Shakespeare's sonnets. I don't know if that counts, but that's been stuff that I've been trying to appreciate more as music lately, instead of just words on a page. I've got some friends who have recently released albums. My friend Alethea Leventhal, she just released a new album with Cleopatra Records and stuff. And
is it Ships of the Night? Is that her band, or
yes.
Is that her project? I should say project. I don't want. I hate to use the word band anymore, because it's mostly
you never know anymore.
Projects.
Like a project.
Yeah. Is it a band, or is it just one person with a
project.
synthesizer?
So it's a project. Yeah,
that's kind of like
that's cool.
Ivanosphere. He did a Rime of the Ancient Mariner.
Yeah. It's. I think that there might be something like that in my future at some point, with a lot of really old poetry. I've been really starting to appreciate that the musicality was there in that really old stuff. When you get to like, more modern stuff, it's the music. I think it's less obvious that it's meant to be performed or recited or sung to a rhythm and a beat. But yeah. That's sort of the idea. Like, going back and like taking Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I might be doing something with William. Well, I might be doing it with like Geoffrey Chaucer.
You got some good stuff out there, Thomas. I mean, your music ranges. And people have not heard you before. They need to go and check you out and give you some love. Again, he's on Bandcamp under the Purge VA, because obviously there might be more than one Purge on there. Has nothing to do with the movie, by the way, either. His band, right? Nothing to do with the movie.
Right. I realized that after I started doing it and putting stuff out there, I was like, that probably makes it hard to find my stuff, which is why I also have my website, the Purge Music.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, all right, my internet's about to shit out again. So, Thomas, I just want to say thank you again for joining us. We will read comments next week. I know we're probably way over the time limit on talking. And
it's just been so much fun talking. It's been so much fun talking, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think it adds to the show. There I go again. I keep clicking out. But yeah, no, I think it adds to the show, Thomas, the talking. I love it. And I think for artists like yourself, that's why we bring you on, to get the music out there, for people to get to know you a little bit more, see you in real life, in person, not just like behind the words of their little computer there. So thank you again for listening and sharing your stories with us. I think we've really enjoyed having you on. And I can't wait to see you in person one of these days, Thomas.
Yeah, give you a hug and a handshake and rock your world on stage. Yeah. It's got to happen soon.
Yeah. Soon. Yeah, very, very soon. So, all right. But anyway, comment on the show. You can go to our. I keep cutting out. I know. Blah, blah, blah.
The dial-up modem sound.
Yeah. All right. So go to Facebook again and comment, and go to Mixcloud and comment, and we'll read them. We're only reading them from Mixcloud and Facebook. And Mouse, thanks. We should thank Jessica Shea, because she sent a real nice comment before we leave from YouTube, and she listens to us on Twitch as well sometimes.
Thank you, Jessica Shea, for listening to us on Twitch sometimes.
Yes. Well, no, she's and we appreciate it. And all our best to her, and thank you for being a very dedicated listener to our show.
Yes, that's Jessica.
All right, Thomas. Before my internet craps out again, I want to say goodbye to you and thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, the Purge.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Thomas, thank you again. And we're going to throw it over to Mouse and Gold, because I'm sure they got a few questions before we go to Mouse's last song.
Oh, yeah?
I'm nervous.
Oh, no. My questions are easy.
Okay, cool.
So you put out an album in 2019. What have you been doing since then? Playing games? Playing video games?
Well, that's some of what I do. I actually been playing Teamfight Tactics a lot lately. That's been fun. I finally got around to playing Nier Automata. That was a trip, right? Yeah.
It does take about 100 hours to finish it. So.
Yeah, I'm at about like 70. There's so many side quests, and I finally I don't want to spoil too much, because it's so easy to do with that game, because it's kind of complicated. But I'm finally at the point where I can like go back and like fix and do some of the side quests I missed, and work towards getting like the good ending.
I didn't know you were actually playing video games. I thought you were actually going to say you were working on music, but okay.
Well, no, that too, right? Of course. It's important to do. I've been talking to my therapist about this a lot. It's important to do things that recharge you. But yeah, no, I mean, look, I play video games too. I mean, it's something that was something I was doing when I was very young, and I still do it sometimes. You know, I don't do it as much as I used to now that I am the teacher and not the student at you know, with my job. But yeah, there's some games I really like playing.
Cool. You know, last video game I ever played was Tecmo Bowl.
You told me it was Frogger.
Frogger and Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, those were a long time ago. I haven't played video games since, well, I was probably before you were born, Thomas. Wonder why our internet keeps going out. Somehow I'm still on Zoom. I don't understand how that's even possible. It does say
You
no
were
internet
freezing.
security.
Can you even hear me, Mark? Mark.
No,
Is he frozen right now?
I think
Or is he thinking?
I think we're missing the mark here.
Is he contemplating a response? Ah, he's got me.
Right.
I've got
All right, welcome back to Communion After Dark. I am
No. no.
We're missing the mark again.
You got to keep that. Did you hear? Did you hear how well that went?
We were right in the middle of him talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ricket.
So come back for the Purge. And
Oh no.
And
I cut. And
yeah, Zoom problems.
I don't have anything else to say.
Will someone turn off that music?
That's enough. I'm putting an end to this freak show right now.